Welcome to the 31 Days of Halloween, presented by the Honor Society of Entertainment Arts at the LA Film School. I'm your host, Angel, and this is The Legacy of Fear, a journey through the evolution of horror and films that shaped our darkest imaginations. So dim the lights, settle in, and let the terror begin.
Your death will be a tale to frighten children, to make lovers cling closer in their rapture. Come with me.
Welcome back to The Legacy of Fear. I'm your host, Angel, and I'm so thrilled to be back for another day in the 31 Days of Halloween. Today, we celebrate a man whose presence has defined an era in horror. That man is Tony Todd. In 1992, Tony Todd became Candyman. With his deep, resonant voice, his commanding presence, and a performance that carried both menace and tragedy, Todd transformed a character from an urban legend into a cultural icon. Candyman wasn't just a horror film. It was a story about race, history, and trauma. And Tony Todd gave it soul. But Tony Todd's legacy doesn't rest on one role. He has been everywhere horror lives. As Ben in Tom Savini's reboot of Night of the Living Dead, honoring and reinventing one of horror's most iconic characters. As William Bludworth in the Final Destination films, the mortician who became a voice of fate itself. In The Crow, Wishmaster, Hatchet, and countless television shows, from The X-Files to the Candyman spiritual echoes and The Flash and beyond. What made Tony Todd truly special wasn't just what he did on screen, but the way he carried himself off screen. To fans, he was approachable, warm, and deeply respectful of the genre. At conventions, he wasn't just a guest, he was family. Every handshake, every story shared with him was unforgettable. And most recently, with the Final Destination Bloodlines, the most recent chapter in the franchise, Tony Todd was able to announce his farewell to one of his most enduring roles and to the fans that have cherished him for decades. William Bludworth, the mysterious figure who bookended so many stories of fate and death, would return one final time, marking the end of an extraordinary chapter in horror history and giving the actor the opportunity to look in the camera and say goodbye to the fans who loved him so much. We look back at Tony Todd's career with reverence, respect, and adoration, and acknowledge the change that he brought by empowering, recognizing, and simply honoring the genre that adored him so much. It's not every day an individual is able to make a name for themselves by celebrating a genre with a fan base that is so vast and so appreciative, and then return that appreciation by giving them more and more and more of what they have always loved. Tony Todd's legacy is more than characters. It's about presence, dignity, and depth. He showed us that horror icons don't need to be monsters. They can be men who embody fear, tragedy, and truth with the power of their craft. From Candyman's chilling whisper to Bludworth's final goodbye, Tony Todd gave horror a voice that will echo forever. With respect and appreciation, We thank you, Tony Todd, for your presence in this genre that we love so much, and want to make sure we take the opportunity to give you homage as we give homage in the 31 days of Halloween. So as you sit around and enjoy your marathon of films, is Final Destination among them? Or perhaps Night of the Living Dead? Or maybe even Candyman? Candyman? Oops. Hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks for stopping by. Toodaloo.